Investing is sort of like having sex. The young ones, they are eager to start and quick to finish. They go jumping from partner to partner or stocks to stocks like one night stand doing trading activity. While a matured one, they are more patient to enter, and once they are in it for the long term, right? They go for blue chip company and they invest in it for the long term. But whether you are a beginner investor or you're virgin investor or very experienced investor, what you must do before you start investing is to make sure you have proper protection before you start. Because if you save on this small expense or small necessarily things that you need to do to protect yourself, the consequences can be very expensive. Don't you agree? So we all know that it's a must to start investing, right? But whether you're investing in yourself or you're investing in your business or in your network or in properties or investing in stocks, you must get yourself the right protection before you start, so that when you do it, you can enjoy, you can have fun, and you can go all out, right? So specifically, there are two kinds of protection that you need to have in place before you start. Let me explain what are they. The two kinds of protection that you need. The first kind of protection that you need is your insurance and emergency cash. Now, I understand that you want to grow and you want to chill and you want to make more money as fast as possible. But before you do that, you have to make sure that you're well protected. And one of the most important things, now I have to clarify, I'm not an insurance agent. Whether you buy insurance or you don't buy insurance, whether you buy from Great Eastern or you buy from any other company, I won't profit. But this advice comes from the point that I wish you to grow properly, to grow with peace of mind and grow in a smoother space instead of up down. Because why? You never want to be in the situation where you are sick or you have medical bills to pay or you have liabilities, you have your family or commitments to take care of, but then something bad happened to you and you can't do that. That's a very bad situation. And number two is also you need to make sure you have emergency cash in place. Why? Because when you're investing, sometimes when you're investing in a business for the long term, in the short term it may seem like you're losing. Maybe you bought a property and the property price is stagnant or gone down a little bit, and it will eventually go up and you're sure of that. But it needs time. That's why you need an insurance and emergency cash so that they won't disturb your growth, your chiong, your new business idea, investment, whatever. Does this make sense to you? You want to make sure your foundation is solid before you grow, right? So that's number one. Number two is you must make sure you are well educated, right? Before you start and as you do the proper investing or business or investment or whatever. Why? Now, before I continue, I want to tell you this. I'm all for taking action without having 100% of the info. Because the thing is, a lot of people will be like, I want to do this, but I do not completely know it. And if you're an action taker, good for you. I'm also like that, right? I train myself to be like that. You don't need all information to start. Make sure you take action. But the problem with that is sometimes there are people who only take action, but they never get themselves properly educated. Eventually, you need to make sure you're properly educated. And the earlier you do that, the better. Because why? Yes, you can learn from your experience. Yes, you can learn from your knowledge. But Abraham Lincoln once said this. He said, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe, so that when I chop, I will chop faster and easier than everybody else. Now, when you do that, initially you look like you're kindergarten children that need to be nurtured, that need to be taken care of, right? You look like you're falling back while other people is progressing faster and faster. But the thing is, if you educate yourself, you have a smoother journey and you would not have plateaued that much. Other people may seem like when they take action, maybe sometimes they get lucky, they seem like they go very fast. But without a proper mentor, if they don't humble down, right? Without people to support them, without the right idea, right knowledge, and when they're learning from their own experience, stumbling here and there, right? Stubborn, don't want to hear what's a successful way. They will hit a plateau or they'll up and down, But you, even though it's slower in the beginning and it costs you time, money, effort to learn it properly, but eventually you go so much further and so much faster than the rest. Does this make sense to you? I've got a perfect training for you. Go ahead to the link above or the button below and I'll show you what I've learned from the best investors in the Asia region. I've interviewed some of the best multi-millionaires, some even billionaires in Thailand, in Malaysia, in Indonesia, and I've compiled their secrets into something very simple, very essential that you can use to go from whatever you are to start making your first profit within 90 days and then consistently thereafter. It's a free training. Go ahead and register at the link above or button below. My assistant, once you register, will give you a reminder call or WhatsApp. Please reply and confirm your attendance so she can he can make sure you can be very well prepared to attend the training and get maximum benefit, right? Once again, my name is Ming Teck. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. Hope to see you at the training. Bye!